Hello, welcome to another online streaming session of some good old Hatha Yoga. My name is Samira and this is Person Pose. So happy if anybody is watching or practicing along with me. There are so many things that fascinate me about yoga in general these days, but the one thing I'll say before we start is just that as quiet as you can make your mind and as even and full as you can keep your breath are the best things. I find this kind of yoga is pseudo-meditative in that you're just in with your body and kind of let other things go. So with that, I will get started. Today we're going to use the wall, which I promised last time and I'm super excited for. Socks off because there is, only humility in yoga. And with socks off you can feel, and that's nice. So we're going to start with our legs at the wall. You're going to have your hips come pretty close to the wall. You can play with the angle, or the distance rather, between the wall and your hips. What you're going to want to be able to do at the end of the day is extend out your knees. So just as long as you have enough room to do that without lifting up your hips to extend, then that's your distance. So find that. Just take a few seconds here to notice your breathing, to start feeling your body. In this position, gravity brings all of our blood flow down from our legs. And our spine and hips are very stable on the floor. Start to connect with your breathing. Even, in and out through your nose. You don't have to extend anything or keep anything together right now. Just feel your back on the floor, your hips on the ground. Feel your chest. Feel your stomach. In and out. Relax your feet to the side. Start to let your thoughts slip away here. As you become more and more in tune with your body. It really is such a freeing thing to be detached from your thoughts. Good, bad, joyous, painful. Let it all go. And just breathe. Interlock your hands under your head. If you have a lot more room in your shoulders, you can come under the bolster. If this feels in any way strenuous on your shoulders, maybe you don't interlock your fingers and you just hold the sides of your bolster. The important thing is to feel sensation, not pain, and be able to hold that in stillness. And wherever your fingers are, feel them. Maybe that's them meeting each other. Maybe it's the webs of your fingers. Maybe it's your hands spread out on the sides of the bolster. And keep connecting to that rhythm of your breath. The one that's calm and even. Beautiful. Relax your neck. Open your chin to the sky. Even notice your mouth and your jaw. Release any tension from there, from your neck, from your shoulders. legs are still relaxed at the wall. And slowly begin your first rotation on your neck. Bringing your nose in the direction of your elbow, just diagonally right above you, depending on where your hands are. Be very gentle with this first rotation into the neck. Always be very gentle with your neck. And as you move through these asanas, keep breathing. We never stop breathing to move or to hold a position. Dig into your sensation. Don't tense your left shoulder, especially as you turn your head to the right. And when I go silent and still, just know that I'm going silent and still with you. You can play with the rotation. See if you have any more room. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. Maybe you need to come back a little bit. Slowly bring your head and neck back up to the center. If your fingers are around the side of the bolster, maybe just move them around, re-engage with gripping the sides. And if your fingers are touching or interlaced, switch the cross of your fingers. And reconnect with your breath again. Beautiful and full and calm. And slowly bring your head to the left now. Open your chin, relax your shoulders, your neck. It's a subtle thing engaging in a rotation, but also relaxing and not tensing. Breathing through, not crossing the threshold into pain, but really finding the thresholds of your mobility and towing that line. Breathing deeply. Breath is your ally as we walk. Notice if your mind is still busy with any thoughts. If they are, just have the thoughts, let them go, and try to anchor yourself in one particular sensation you like. Maybe it's your hips or your spine, or your toes tingling. Whatever that is for you. Slowly bring your head back to center. And start walking your feet together now. Maybe they don't touch, maybe they do. If the insides of your feet can make contact, see how much you can touch together. Your knuckles on your feet, your ankles, your knees. And as you do this, engage your legs, your thighs, your calves, and rotate just slightly and subtly inward with your thighs and your knees, really digging into that knee extension. If you need to scoot back a little from the wall to really engage in that back of your knee, then bend your knees a little bit and scoot out. Otherwise, just focus on this now. Your hips deep into the ground with the assistance of the back of your knees extending, your thighs contracted, your feet pressing together. Breathe deeply. Our chests are still open, with our hands still above us. Take advantage of that. See if you can even fill your armpits with air. It sounds ridiculous, but I swear it can be done. And keeping your legs, your knees, your hips, your spine fully on the floor, you can release your arms. Grab your strap that's next to you. And bending the right knee a little bit, place the strap under your toes, on the front balls of your feet, on your right foot. Relax your shoulders back to the floor as you grab the strap now placed on your foot. And walk your hands up the strap, pulling your right foot towards your knee. Notice if you can even wrinkle the skin on your ankle. Shoulders and neck relaxed, dropped away from your ears towards the floor. And really focus in on your right leg. Again, from your hips all the way towards this ankle pull. There are so many little muscles and joints along the way. See how many of them you can spark. Sometimes this can even get your sciatica. And don't ever forget to keep breathing. incredibly deeply, evenly. Make this a safe place for your body. Now, address the last thing, your toes. Imagine almost that you're trying to place something on the top of your foot. Bring your toes towards your knees. See if you can spread them apart. And experience all the deep, deep layers that open with this foot flexion. Breathing deeply. See how much stillness you can find as you're holding this. Don't lose your toes. Keep engaging them. Keep using your breath to move through this. Keep your left foot relaxed. So much of the subtlety of this practice is what you keep passive as well. Right now, your neck, your shoulders, your left leg, but deeply rooted and engaged are the hips, your entire right leg, especially the back of your knee, your ankle, your toes. And slowly release your toes, your ankle, your knee. And pass your strap to your left foot, under your toes, around the top balls. And reset here for a moment. Notice your breathing, if it's quickened. Slow it down again. And then relaxing your shoulders. Walk your hand up the strap, pulling your left foot now towards you. Right foot now relaxed, left leg engaging. All the same beautiful basis. Hip grounded, neither of them lifting. Thigh engaged with a slight inner rotation. Knee extended. Calf flexed. And ankle being pulled towards you, using only your hands. Now, flex your toes towards your shin, towards your knee. Spread them out. See if you can even make your brain feel the webs between your toes. And breathe as you settle into this. Release your toes, your ankle, your hands on the strap, your knee. And release your hands to the side. Notice your neck, if it's stayed relaxed, if you have tension to drop out of it. And bend your knees slightly, moving the bottoms of your feet against the wall. And take a pause here. Remember that you always have your breath to focus on, to guide you. Slowly slide your feet so that your legs are about at a 90-degree angle. You'll be very close to the wall, so your knees are going to spill over your torso. That's okay. And gently, with your hips, you're going to start dropping your knees to each side, right to right, left to left. And the bottoms of your feet are going to start pressing together as you do this. And just go as much as your hips will allow, while still keeping them super stable and grounded. Engage your abdomen here. Bring your belly button in and your pubic bone very deep into the ground. And if you have any room or space, start sliding your feet just as they are down further. Again, go where your hips, where your groins allow. You can press your feet together to help you with this. Breathing deeply as always. Find how far you can go down. I often shake in this position. The soles of my feet often cramp. I do my best to breathe through it. If you need to come out of the position, try sliding your feet up a little bit and pressing into the wall more. Find your distance. You don't want to let your feet fall apart, so keep your feet together, your abdomen engaged. Breathe. Find your stillness. Ready, grab your bolster and push it above your head for the first time today, letting your neck and head fall back to the floor, extending your arms. If you can, have your hands under the bolster. The weight can feel good, but maybe your hands don't go that far. Maybe they extend out into the air. Maybe they extend on top of the bolster. But either way, notice your fingers. Stretch them. Keep your abdomen engaged here. This can be a vulnerable position on your lower back if you're not careful with your body. And once you find where your hands fall, with your elbows extended, and your neck open, relaxed. Don't even hold any tenseness in your lips or jaw. And breathe deeply as you keep even your feet engaged together. Feel this new angle on your shoulders. And rotate your head to the right, angling your nose diagonally and up, maybe towards your elbow. Notice where your cheek falls, how different this feels than the first neck rotation. Breathe deeply. Keep your elbows extended. Sometimes I find that after I'm in this position, when I've rotated my neck, I have more room on my right side to extend my elbow a little bit more. Maybe your body's different than mine. Feel whatever that is. Only you really know. And slowly see if in one fluid motion you can actually rotate your head all the way to the left side. Gently. Not tensing your neck to do this. Notice again what this does to your elbow extension. Breathe. Remember to engage your core. Relax your shoulders and neck, and press your feet together for stability. Slowly bring your neck back to center. Bring your knees back together, or slide them back up the wall and then bring them back together. Bend your knees no matter where you are, and start to push yourself from the wall. Open your feet about as wide as a yoga mat. Let your ankles fall to the side. Let your whole spine, body, knees rest on the floor. Let that little amount of work permeate through. one side and roll to your side. Sitting up, we're going to sit in Sukhasana. Right leg in front of your left. See if you can make your legs almost parallel to each other. Walking your ankles under your knees. So your right ankle walking at least towards your left knee. Maybe your ankles are out here. As long as they're working into the direction, that's what you want. Almost an upside down triangle in between your legs. And fold your knees over your ankles if that's where they are. It's just a subtle release, really grounding your hips into the floor. And enjoy these moments for the first session that we're sitting up. Notice if your spine feels any longer. Reconnect to your breath. Slowly drop your head into your chest, really being gentle again here with your neck. Once you have no more room to drop your neck, start moving down your spine. Seeing if you can almost move one disc down at a time, aiming towards the floor. If you have the room, dropping your arms and hands in front of you. Spread your fingers. Feel the ground under you. We never want to lift our hips just to go down further. Maybe your spine only goes this way or up here. Try to keep your fingers light on the floor. If you need to put some pressure into them to hold yourself, go ahead and do that. But still address this rounding. Relax neck. I will forever be most fond of this position because it's such a beautiful thing to try to feel each rib on your back expand as you fill yourself with air. And slowly bring your spine back up, starting from the base, ending with your neck, tall and long. And see if you can switch the cross of your legs without opening your eyes. And if you need a look, that's good too. So now left leg in front of the right, walking that left ankle under your right knee, and the right ankle under your left. Sukhasana is such an interesting position to feel the different sides of your body, of your legs. All of us have our asymmetries. And again, curl your neck forward. And the rest of your spine. Really seeing how round you can make it. How much you can push the lumbar spine, the base of your spine out. And find your Sukhasana here. Find your breath and your calm and your stillness. Slowly bring your torso back up. Walking your hands back up. And we're going to go to Savasana now, the rest period. When I was starting out, maybe with the hardest period, because it's just sitting still with your body, letting all that work dissipate. Being kind to yourself about the time that you let yourself do that with a free mind. For this Savasana, I really like to put the bolster under my knees and lay flat on the floor. Sometimes if your knees are feeling really sensitive, you can even place 2 under your knees. And again here, have your feet and legs about a yoga mat width apart. Drop your ankles to the side. Let your hands rest beside you or on your stomach. Whatever feels good for you here. And let your mind and body be at rest. Start to bring some awareness back to your body. Stretch your toes, move your fingers, whatever feels good. And take your time rolling to one of your sides and coming to a seated position. I hope anyone at all has enjoyed this video. The practice, I think, is a really beautiful thing. And it's just being with yourself, finding calm and peace. And I hope that's reached through. I hope everyone has a beautiful night. Namaste. Yay, yoga.